Well, a federal judge rules safe injection sites do not violate drug laws in Philadelphia. But how do people there and in other big cities feel about it? Republican strategist Erin Elmore, who lives in Philadelphia, gives us her take coming up. Green lights a safe injection site for drug users in Philadelphia, ruling the facility doesn't violate federal law. But that's not what city residents want to hear.
A mess. It's a mess. It's nothing. It's like walking zombies. I don't support any of this.
Well, Philadelphia resident and former RNC Deputy Press Secretary Erin Elmore is here to weigh in on this proposal that is actually popping up all across the country. Thank you very much for joining us, Erin. We appreciate it. What's your take on this? You live in the community.
I live in the community, and I will tell you that these safe injection sites are highly contentious. In the neighborhood, it's actually called Kensington is where they want to put it. Kensington used to be extremely impoverished, drug-laden. Now it's having this beautiful renaissance. Restaurants, beautiful homes, parks, and the neighborhood has worked so hard to gain tourism and increase property values, and they truly see this as a way to drive away tourism and ruin the neighborhood. Now we have people like Governor Rendell, who's on the board of this, was a very famous Philadelphian, and we also have our very liberal pro-criminal district attorney behind it, as well as our mayor. On the other hand, Mark Squilla, who's the city council member in the area, he is strongly and vehemently opposed to this.
You know, and
what he says is, listen.
Yeah, before you get into that, I want to bring up this map so everyone sees that, you know, there are cities all across the country considering these safe injection zones, not just there in Philadelphia. And as you mentioned, I mean, these are great communities, communities that are trying to grow their, you know, economic value, be a safe place for the kids to live. And the fear from these neighbors is that this will become magnets for drug users in their neighborhoods.
I mean, by very nature, that's what they will be. And when there are drug users, there are drug dealers. There are often statistics about crime. And I know a friend that lives in a neighborhood where there's a methadone clinic in Los Angeles, and she says they find people in their neighborhood, these addicts just sort of sleeping on their lawns. All of a sudden, a kid's bike will go missing. So these injection sites are very dangerous, and they often bring negativity to neighborhoods. We are talking about addicts here, and you do talk about this opioid crisis. It is a real thing. But the best way to not have people overdose is to get them in treatment, not to further perpetuate the drug use.
Yeah, one of the arguments in favor, some people say that the injection sites are widespread in Canada and in Europe, and it saved lives in terms of people who are addicted to opioids. Is it or is it not, in your opinion, a violation of federal law? And then we have to go.
Quickly, I would say it is not. Basically, the law yesterday isn't a total win. They just analyzed one piece of a statute. It's colloquially known as the crack, what is it? The crack house statute. And all this judge really said is that that statute doesn't apply to organizations like Safe House that are trying to do good for the community. However, U.S. Attorney McSwain is his name. McSwain says he is going to vigorously pursue this, and he will appeal. And if they think they're going to open a location, they're going to instruct police officers and law enforcement to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law. So this is far from over.
Yeah. All right, Erin, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate you breaking it down for us.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back.